Welcome, one and all. I am DC.
I'm Casey.
And we are two goddamn gentlemen bringing you this time of the month and every future times of those months a celebration of all things periods and bad political opinions. Casey, it's finally here. That time of the month. What are the goddamn gentlemen in store for today?
Well, on this, the very first of our bonus shows here at Two Goddamn Gentlemen, as you mentioned, we are going to be heading into a time of the month that we'll look forward to. We'll be excited about this each and every time it shows up, and that is our Ladies of the Night.
That's right, Casey.
It is an honor to be nominated as a goddamn gentleman, but it is a whole different ballgame to be nominated as a Lady of the Night. DC, we have a couple of stellar entries coming up. I'm very excited.
You guys can all check out the Hall of Gentlemen over at twogoddamngentlemen.com, where you can find links to the Twitter voicemail, YouTube, and Patreon, which gains access to the live Discord, as you know, during the show. Casey, I cannot wait to get into this episode. Can you please read back the minutes from last week?
Yeah, so last week on the show, it was a feature of two heroes, really, two people that we really got to know intimately. First off, Jessica Jonathan Yaniv, however you want to consider that, and Mr. Jerry Falwell Jr. Now, DC will do the full recap and revealing of the scores from a week ago tomorrow night.
Not final yet. Not final. It wouldn't be fair.
It would not be fair, so we'll reveal that on episode 5. However, we do have a follow-up because when we're going to find these different things to feature our gentlemen, our nominations, DC, it sometimes requires YouTube. So I'm, the other day, uploading our episode to the YouTube page, and YouTube says, well, hey, you watched some Jonathan Yaniv content. Would you like to watch some more?
And of course you did.
I was like, well, of course I do. Now, this video now this guy kind of explains it as it goes, but I kind of skipped his whole intro because who gives a shit? We just want the fun part.
It's long-winded. Yeah.
Here's the intro. Video. You can correct any part of this I might get wrong. Someone catfished Jonathan into thinking that their young daughter was sick and at a hospital in Toronto. So, which if you guys aren't up on Canadian geography, that's like somebody who lives in LA being told like, oh, hey, I live in New York City and my daughter is sick of cancer. You've never met her. You have no reason to believe she knows who the hell you are. But can you come visit? So, and you know what is fucked up is it's even worse than that too, because they said explicitly, don't come visit us. They said, do not come here. So, and this also introduced a whole new character to this that we didn't even talk about, which is Jonathan's mother.
Oh boy. She's something else, wasn't she?
She is a true enabler. She's got it down pat.
Yeah. I won't spoil anything from the video because I know you've got it, ready to roll. But if this part doesn't make it to the video, I'll bring it up later. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to cover some ground. It starts off right as this reporter who, in my estimation, we're watching Canadian TMZ. Is that what you're seeing here?
Or Canadian CNN.
Okay. I don't think it's quite that level of a production. I think it's just.
Oh, I was
it might
shitting
just
on
be this
CNN.
guy.
Actually, I was.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh. Fair enough. All right, so we start this video outside the hotel of Jonathan and his mother in Toronto.
Oh, Jonathan, you're there.
Rebel news.
What brings you to Toronto?
I knew it.
What brings you to Toronto?
I knew it was you.
Have you been catfished? Why were you going to a hotel to meet a minor? Huh?
Can you call 911? Give me the phone.
Oh, absolutely. Call 911 if you want. So, Jonathan, why were you going
Fix
to
your
a
camera,
hospital
bro.
here?
I knew it.
There you go.
Yeah, it's blurry as hell. There.
Jonathan, are you still stalking minors?
I love the way this guy asks questions.
What a mess.
Are you still stalking minors?
Yeah, it's not loaded at all. No, I'm not anymore. Oh,
Not
man.
even
Stalking
sometimes.
minors?
Good job, journalism.
You have
Good
to
job.
leave a space.
Oh, I do?
There
Yeah.
is a six.
So what, you're going to ram your iPad into my neck again? Mama, you need.
There is a six.
So, Jonathan, what brings...
All right, so do you know anything about that? She rammed her iPad into his neck.
I think there was a confrontation between this gentleman and Mama Yaniv at one of his court hearings outside the courthouse. I'm just venturing a guess that probably they've got history.
Rammed an iPad into his neck.
You flew
get a free
all the
spot
way
for
to
iPad.
Toronto from British Columbia to stalk a child? Why are you going to a hospital to meet somebody you've never met?
It's none of your business.
Oh,
It's none of my
Lord,
business?
lady, put the hat back on.
Why are you aiding and abetting this person?
I don't hear. You don't
Are you,
understand.
huh?
I
don't-
understand.
I don't hear.
I don't hear. She has the most confusing accent I've ever heard. Like, I've heard a lot of. Sorry, I'm being insensitive. This is what a deaf Canadian sounds like. I didn't realize. Like, this is what a deaf Canadian sounds like, and I was being rude. She has a lovely voice. It's not weird at all. And let's continue to listen to her talk.
Oh, for,
You will.
for practicing journalism?
You will be.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Oh, dude, it's so gross. Just look at him.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And he has like a training. He has like one of those cup size NA. Like, it's so small that there. Did you know there are bras that are cup size NA?
No,
Like,
not
what
applicable.
kind of fucked up psychological warfare is that on girls just getting their first bras? Like, NA. Or imagine you never grew out of that. Like, oh, what's your cup size? Not applicable. Nearly, but it stands for even worse. Nearly A. Like, if you're like A is the first letter. You can't be nearly A. Like, you have to be like nearly B to start with. You can't be. Oh, that's terrible.
Hey,
That's terrible what they do to
Can you
women.
pick up some condoms for me from the store? Yeah, what do you want? I get the inward-facing ones, please.
Yeah. It says micro. It says micro on it. Can you get the micro ones? There's 150 per pack.
You know, like at the restaurant when they cut or they rip off most of the straw, but they leave the top covered. It's like that.
It's like that, but they're thinner, so I can feel something in there. Jesus.
It's like that, but the small version of it.
That, but like the juice box straw. Like if you had a juice box straw from your childhood. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, let's keep going with Jonathan.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Jonathan, why are you preying on minors?
Why are you calling Jonathan when you know she's a girl?
Oh,
Why
you just
are you calling him Jonathan?
Are you calling him Jonathan?
Discriminating against the transgender.
you just said he
Yeah,
and
why are you
him.
calling him
Why
a
are
boy
you
when you know
really-
he's
You
a
just said
girl?
he and
Why
him.
are you
Says the mother.
humiliating? You know exactly
But you
what
just
her
used the
name
male
is.
pronouns.
You know what her name
Can we just point out that the journalist is kind of annoying too, just for the record?
Oh, he's a huge troll. He's a huge troll. Yeah. I felt like the only people in this video that I felt bad for at all were the cops.
Oh
He's
God,
the only one.
yeah. I don't think we want to get that far into this too.
Just use the
This is
male
so much
pronouns.
shit.
You know.
You know what her name is.
Okay, pause.
Yeah.
Pause. Not a single effort was made to shave those armpits. I mean, that's... Come on. You put a bra on that you don't need. Like, that's the easy part. Just
Oh yeah.
shave off. It probably feels great. Probably, more aerodynamic.
That's
Have all that hair slowing you down, swinging your arms.
DC. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that right there is
Huh.
the closest thing to looking like a vagina on that human.
Yeah. I think it's a tie between all the cracks. Every crack you can find on him is a tie for worst place. God, it's such a bad person.
Oh,
Such a bad person.
just a piece of shit.
Oh, Lord.
But
What the name
why
Uh-oh,
is
Finn's
he
fan's
preying
gone,
on
did the-
minors?
You're not going
Vince fan left.
Yeah, did the Dolphins lose? Did he kill himself?
Embarrass him.
Yes.
You don't come close to him.
Huh?
You know me. You not come.
Oh, you just called him him.
Go away from me.
You just called him him.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
I'm not touching
I'm on a
you.
public sidewalk, sir.
I'm striking you with my hat.
I'm asking you nicely.
Third
Yeah,
quarter,
I'm
thank
walking
you.
backwards. You're walking towards me.
You don't have a right to harass us. Go away.
Ma'am, this is a predator.
Ma'am, your eyes are trying to escape your nose. I don't know if you knew that, but
I
go back. Can you pause? Can you pause on that girl?
Oh yeah. We can find her. Wait, where was she? Back here, right?
You just called him him.
As soon as they get involved, as soon as the
I'm on a public
public gets
sidewalk,
involved,
sir.
give a pause.
COVID restrictions. I'm asking you nicely.
Yeah, I'm walking backwards. You're walking towards
I'm
me.
walking backwards. You're attacking me with your
Ma'am, this is-
Canada hat. There we go. Oh man. Yeah, get it together, ladies.
She looks tired. She looks fucking beat, dude.
Yeah, she does look beat. She looks like I didn't even want to be here right now. I just have God knows what on my mask. I think it's chocolate chip cookies for who knows what reason.
It's definitely what it is.
She's just projecting to the world that she's a happy person, and we all know the truth.
Oh, yeah, she got big bags under those eyes there.
Everything about her eyes is big.
They're walking to me.
It's like anime but shitty. Like,
Yeah.
you have anime eyes. Oh, they're beautiful? Well, no, but they're anime eyes.
It's like anime if it was drawn by the Russian guy with the caved-in head. Go back and listen if you haven't already.
He wouldn't be good at drawing. He'd be bad at it.
No.
Miles to meet a minor at Sick Kids Hospital.
You can blah, 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 blah.
I know.
I want to cut that for a drop on our show.
You can blah, 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 blah. I would cut it immediately. It's cool.
It's called freedom of speech. Yeah, it is called freedom of speech.
Blah, 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 blah.
Her name is Jessica.
What kind of genitalia does he have?
Get your
Well,
that's my
that was
favorite
the
part.
question. In case you were wondering, what does this man have to ask to get a blow up out of everybody? What type of genitalia does he have?
Yeah, it is called freedom of speech.
blah, 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 blah. Her name is Jessica.
What kind of genitalia does he have?
What the is your problem? What kind of genitalia do I have? Are you?
You prey upon immigrant women who run spa services.
You play
all right,
upon
pause it real quick.
immigrant woman.
That's an easy question for me. I don't know about anybody else, but what kind of genitalia do you have? Dick and balls? What are you talking about? That's easy.
How dare you ask me that question?
Oh my god.
She's a treat. I think you want to cut it there. The cops have to show up and all that nonsense.
Let's cut it there.
He goes in the hotel and.
Oh man, so that was a quick turnaround for oh man, for one of our gentlemen being in the news already. So Casey, just last night I was on Twitch because I got a little notification that said, well, I'll back it up. In my research of Maddox and all his dealings on Twitch, I went to Twitch and I was like, oh shit, he does this a lot. All of these are embarrassingly funny. Okay, I'll follow this. Why not? Twitch shoots me a text last night saying, Maddox is live. I'm like, oh, I could get Maddie Locks. That's jackpot. If I get girl Maddie Locks, that's jackpot. But I think she streams at the same time we do. So we might need to do a live cut-in. Like, I'll share my screen or something. We'll do a live cut-in to Maddie Locks.
I could just pull it up right on the computer here. You can check it. I'll pull up his Twitch right now, see if he's live.
So that's wish list item number 1 is getting Maddie Locks. Number 2 is Banana Docs, just because of how fucking weird it is. It's just so fucking weird, and it's gold. But then there's this other choice, the Cowboy, that I kind of mentioned, right, in passing. He calls himself Oxmad, which is like a mixture of the letters of Maddox, very smart. And he's a cowboy that references like 19th century things in society that he's used to, and like, oh, I only know telegrams up till whatever. Like, he thinks he's super funny, but also he's Maddox's uncle, and so he refers to himself as Maddox's uncle and will talk shit kind of about Maddox and like actually tells stories about himself that are embarrassing, but in the guise that he's this uncle. But all he has is like a Snapchat filter over his face of like this squared off jaw, a better beard, and a hat because the man is bald as shit. But his one true fault, and he's been on the internet since we said already, right? Like 20, 30 years, this guy's been on the internet. He should know better than to read anything your chat sends you. Because you're bound, the more popular you get, the more you're bound to have trolls like me, who went into his stream last night, and when one of his genuine fans actually non-ironically called him a gentleman, I took the opportunity immediately to write back. And on Twitch, I'm known as 4th and 1 Sports, which is a previous life. Call it a shut up Calhoun, if you will. And I went on there and wrote, well, that's probably why he got nominated Gentleman of the Week. So I wanted to get his interest going, thinking like, oh, somebody nominated me Gentleman of the Week? Go ahead and play the clip of Maddox on his own Twitch reading back 4th and 1 Sports comment to him. Like,
wait, I thought you wanted me to save that for tomorrow night. I didn't pull it. You said you wanted to close with it on the show.
It's a tease then. We've got an update that's going to come tomorrow night.
I purposely didn't download it because
I said both, but you were in the middle of pulling your Yaniv quote.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, we'll save it because it's going to be the closer on the bonus show.
Perfect.
Or
Other
on the
than
regular
that,
show.
the voting is still live. Go to twogoddamngentlemen.com. There's a link for everything right on the main site. You can go to the episodes. You can go to the Patreon, which you guys don't need to know because you're already there. And it goes to the all of our links, right? Last week's episode is on there. But click on the thing for episodes, and you'll get every single episode with its audio, video, and most importantly, the voting. Because we want to know what you guys think. Are these guys really gentlemen or not? Go there, vote, and we'll let you know tomorrow where Jonathan Yaniv and Jerry Falwell Jr. That almost didn't come out. Falwell Jr. I haven't drank that much. Oh, well.
Yeah, we're early on in the process here, but we're getting after it.
We are getting after it. It's a bonus episode after all, everybody.
By the way, we need to acknowledge, if for people in the chat live, obviously the patrons watching this after don't have the chat live at the moment, but for those of you in here now, you can see the picture of Cowboy Maddox put up by Mike B. It's fucking horrific. It's really awful.
There he is. That's exactly right. Oxmad. And he lets these people name his shit. So, like, he's got a fake horse that he rides. If you donate, like, $2 or something, you get to put in an idea for what to name the horse. And it's always something like Ass Ram 52. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
So
like,
dumb,
nobody
dude.
is here listening to you in a good way. Everybody's trying to shit on you, and you don't understand. And then you create a character of yourself as a girl. And it's like the most convincing one. The cowboy personality goes in and out. It's in and out all day. He starts talking like his regular self. He breaks character all the time. The chick one, dude, solid. He never breaks character. I'm telling you, we're gonna be revealing his transition.
Who plays the better chick, Maddox or Jonathan Yaniv?
Oh, Maddox, 100%. Because Maddox is actually a woman inside. Yaniv is just a creep that wants to see girls tits and pussies in the bathroom all day. Fucking guy.
When I was putting the show together and I was listening back through, and you got to the part where you were like, a gentleman never uses crass language. And it was like, do they ever bear all? Do you ever see tits or pussies?
Yeah.
It's like,
He almost had it. Like, do they ever bear all? Like, oh, that was kind of a nice way of putting it. Like, do you ever see the string hanging out of their Like, Jesus, dude.
too much.
Relax.
Always,
Take a shower.
always go too far, Jonathan. Always too much. Is it nomination time?
Casey, it's nomination time. Who is your lady of the night? Inaugural, dude. Inaugural lady of the night.
My lady of the night, DC, is the one and only Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, that's a technicality.
So it begins. DC, Ellen has been all over the news in the last, pandemic, for her conduct in and around her life in terms of treating other people. Now, Ellen was always known as, the dancing lesbian on television, which she is.
That's how I knew her.
That's how I knew her too.
The
I didn't
dancing
know
lesbian
really
on TV.
Pretty sure she did a voice in Finding Nemo. Maybe she didn't, and it just sounded like her. Don't know. But this is all I know about Ellen. The stories that came out, I think Ellen's really worthy of a gentleman nomination. But due to a technicality, here she is being nominated as a Lady of the Night. DC, first we're going to go through just a handful of the examples of Ellen, in my opinion, being a constructive leader.
Okay.
But in other people's opinion, kind of being a dick. We'll see. We'll see what you think. We'll see what the listeners think. I'd like to defend her. But then we'll follow that up with the apology that she had on her show this week. It was the season premiere, the 18th season of your favorite, my favorite, everyone's favorite show, The Ellen Show.
I can't wait to hear it, because I've got a wife, so I hear about such things, but I knew that Ellen DeGeneres gave an apology for being mean to her fucking subordinates. Are you kidding me? Is that the world we live in now? It's like, my boss is mean. No shit, your boss is mean, because it's your boss. Are you fucking retarded? Anyway, I heard she made an apology, and I didn't watch it, didn't get any of like what was said in the apology, but immediately what came to mind was, I hope she just shit on everybody. It's like, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry, except this person's a fucking, and just like call them out for their shit and just like why you're mean to them. Like, this person couldn't get to work on time if their life depended on it. This person right here was in the bathroom shitting maybe a third of the day. This person, and just run them down for who they are, and that would be my, and then I would say, and I mean that sincerely.
She didn't go that route.
Ah, shit.
She had the opportunity, but she did not go that route. So, DC, we first asked the question, why did she need to apologize? Now, these are some of the stories. This from a waitress at a restaurant in L.A. where Ellen and her... Is it
also known as an
wife?
Aspiring actress.
ADC? Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. Absolutely right.
Oh, shit.
This first story, the way I reacted to this one is, this is weak as fuck. Better try harder. If you're gonna come at the king, Ellen, you better try harder than this.
She is the king.
I worked at Real Food Daily. Served her and Portia at brunch. Farah, that's the last name of the girl. Farah wrote, she then wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was in her plate, just that it was on my hand. I had worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning, and it almost got me fired.
Hold on. She almost got fired because her nails were chipped?
Because Ellen complained that her nails were chipped, yes.
Okay.
Which, you know what? Clean up your nails.
First off, I hope, like, my initial instinct feeling is like, that's not true. Like, she probably made a joke about it, like, your nails are fucked. But, you know, but in this day and age, I can imagine that the only thing that makes Ellen happy nowadays, because her favorite thing on the show is just scaring the shit out of everybody. Like, she would, if you divulged your greatest fear, that was fucking stupid, because if you go on the Ellen show and you're afraid of clowns, a clown's gonna pop right the fuck up next to you and scare the shit out of you. And I'll watch compilations of celebrities getting scared all day long, because that's like at their basest, most fearful, and that's what we all want to see. That's what we all want to see, is celebrities just being fearful of their lives because, like, yeah, you can feel that too. All right, cool. Moving on. Now I'm not so much jealous of you, but I think she only joy in her life would be like, oh, my waitress had chipped nails. I'm gonna write on the response on the comment or something just as a joke, like, yeah, the food was great. The service was fast, timely. She was very friendly. She was very attentive. Always kept our drinks full and really did a great job. But the fucking nails on this girl. Which is what they're judged by at the end of the day. Just clean up your nails, give shitty service, and take your tip and go home.
My meal was great. I really enjoyed the soup. The salad was also good. Her nails were very scratchy on my vagina and not comfortable.
The cracks in her fingernails like gripped at my pubes. It was really just a terrible experience for me. The food? No, the food was great. Food was great. Highly recommend it.
Remember pulling off like a helmet or something that would like pinch the top of your head and start pulling hair? Yeah, just like that.
Just like that. Just
so now this is going to turn on the waitress here. Not the story, but our opinion.
Yeah, sure.
Farrah also told Insider that she was previously a fan of DeGeneres and had watched both her talk show and her sitcom growing up. Quote, when my restaurant manager sat me down and asked if I had served Ellen at brunch, I was actually pumped because I thought maybe she'd want to use me for a bit on her show. Farrah wrote in an email.
God.
Quote, I'm an actress and comedian, and at the time I would have loved a break. But alas, it wasn't that, of course.
You know what? I give it to her. She's a comedian too. This is very funny. I think she should get a shot.
She's going to make it. I was just so surprised she'd take the time out of her day to be negative to someone who served her, who was obviously on a lower position than her and probably an artist of some kind.
Oh my God.
Which, by the way,
which is what? Just automatically deserving of respect because you classify yourself as an artist?
Dude, like, everybody.
Are you fucking kidding me?
You can classify anything as an artist, and your point is exactly right.
Including what we're doing right now. But when somebody meets me, I don't introduce myself as a fucking podcast artist. Even though I guess technically if you stretched it, you could get there. Like, yeah, I'm an artist. I create content. I basically do an open mic every week with my aspiring comedian friend. And are we popular? No, we're not at all. But I'm an aspiring artist. Jesus, get over yourselves.
If the people that work at Subway are sandwich artists, we're fucking podcast artists. There's no doubt about that.
That's right.
So, that was weak as fuck. Try harder. Going after Ellen. Let's see. By the way, it says Simon said. I'll move past that. Simon said that according to his sources, DeGeneres, quote, has a sensitive nose and makes people chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her. And if she thinks you smell that day, he said, quote, you have to go home and shower.
That's fine.
Perfect.
That's fine. It's called common decency, people. If she just happens to be the boss and cares about it, bad luck for you. Some bosses will let it slide. She won't. Oops. Who cares?
Do you
Take
think
a
they're
shower
mad?
and brush your teeth.
Do you think they're mad when they're chewing gum and she's not and her breath smells like trout?
I think they're mad all the time, as this is shown.
So, let's see. A new staff member was told...
Breath smells like trout. Yeah. That didn't get away from me.
Okay.
It got there late, but it didn't get away from me.
Let's see. There was also rumors that new staff members would be treated poorly. A new staff member was told... Every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault. Just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else tomorrow. They didn't believe it, but it did end up being true. That's called hazing, and I defend Ellen.
Yeah, it's called hazing, or just like you work in entertainment in LA. You're bound to run into a bunch of idiots, and those idiots are probably all like on break at the same time. They talk to each other like, "Oh my God, Ellen was so mean to me today. She didn't even consider the fact that I'm an aspiring comedian. She could use me for one of her bits, but she didn't even do that. She just expected me to give her the numbers for the audience, like it's my job or something. Fucking idiots. Fucking idiots."
The real truth of this story to me, DC, is that Ellen cares. She cares about hygiene. She cares about morale, good or bad. She wants to affect it, right? She cares about it.
Yeah, she cares about it, man. One way or another.
Now, one thing that we all know she cares about is animals.
Does she really?
She does. She's a big animal person. I guess she was a vegan for a while. I always like that when people are vegan for a while and have all those values and then they're not anymore. It's fine. Do whatever you're going to do. But
right.
Ellen cares a lot. He also said that he heard that DeGeneres is overly sensitive to jokes about animals given her past adherence to a vegan diet, and reiterated her love for animals. Quote, "She cares about animals, which is good, but she is so sensitive. For example, if someone tried to show her a funny viral video and way in the distance a barely audible dog is barking, she'll scream at them and say, 'Can't you hear that animal being tortured? Why don't you care? Why would you show me this?'"
What? Oh, God. Yeah. Animals being tortured. Tortured by being brought in out of the wild to just be given food. And in some cases, clothes.
Yeah, too many cases, actually.
It's like... I will never understand that argument. Even if, like, let's say there's this neighbor you have, right, with a dog that's unruly, and this neighbor's just smacking the shit out of this dog, right, just constantly. I'm gonna look at that and I'm gonna think like, Jesus, dude, like, fucking relax. But that animal's life is still better than any other one it's gonna get in the wild because it probably fucked up.
Yeah, that's true. You're going to get eaten if you're not a dog.
If you are an animal in the wild, the best case scenario that you can possibly think is that you ate like an accidentally poisonous mushroom, because that's probably just going to like fuck your system up all at once real fast. You'll probably die in a matter of hours. Worst case scenario, which is most of them, is that you will die just surprised by talons being forced into you, and then just you separated from your family. Who knows if they got away? You have no idea. You probably don't have the state of mind to even think about these things. The only thing you can think is, I'm hungry. Oh, sniff, 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 sniff. Oh, that smells like food. Maybe I'll go this way. Sniff. Oh, God, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten for 2 hours. Oh, I wonder what I'm going to eat next after I eat this wonderful thing, because that's all I can think about is the next time I'm going to eat, because I'm basically starving in the fucking wild. And every day, all I care about is getting more food and where I'm going to find it, because that's my life. And, oh no, talons are in my neck. And now this fucking predator with very sharp teeth, maybe a beak, is chewing into my intestines, because the best stuff is like right in the middle that won't kill me. Does it go for the neck first? Lions will, if you're a big animal, right? Like maybe that's a sweet relief, but you have to sit. Have you ever watched like a lion kill? They sit there and chew and clamp down on that neck for like 20 minutes. It's not a swift fucking death. That is like, I'm bleeding out as my arteries are being torn apart and my muscle tissue and everything in my neck. So yeah, calm down. When somebody like mishandles a dog, that dog would not make it in the real world. A Chihuahua is not making it on the fucking streets.
And even worse than that is the way this is described. The video isn't even about the dog. It's just barking in the background in like another yard. It's just barking. She gets upset. But hey, she cares, and that's a good thing. A lady always cares.
That's right.
Now, my last piece of evidence. This speaks for itself, DC. Some people point to this as a bad thing. This is what real leaders do, and we have learned this over the last few years. A July BuzzFeed News report alleged, quote, a toxic workplace environment that included accusations of sexual misconduct. BuzzFeed News spoke to 36 former employees of the show and published allegations of, quote, handsy behavior, asking for sexual favors and groping against multiple producers and higher-ups on the show. Real leaders grabbed them by
did they just say... Did they just say that LA show producers were creeps? Is that what that news article just said? Oh no. Did you fucking not know that before you got into that career? I'm nowhere near like a TV and production type career at all. Like, not at all. I know that. I know that if I were to get on as a boom mic guy, I'm going to get my nuts grabbed by some gay Jew who is the producer of whatever show happens to be going on there. And I'm fine with that because I went into that job knowing that. There's just certain stereotypes you just have to be prepared for, man or woman. And the fact that they were shocked that a toxic environment existed in a fucking LA studio for one of the biggest daytime TV shows ever because of
shocking,
fucking idiots, dude. This country needs to just, I don't know, go the way of Oregon and California. Just light a fire everywhere, and then whoever is like crafty enough, like you and I think would definitely survive. Being Eagle Scouts, I think it's just given. We know how to get out of shit, and we'll survive. Our families and friends will survive. Smart people with IQs of 110 above will survive, and then, we just have to make it through 5 years of regrowth. As far as nature goes, I can deal with that. I don't care. Was I missing all the tall trees? Nope. Wasn't missing all the tall trees. But now the United States of America has still all the same army because, they hid in their bunkers and shit like that. They don't have to be that necessarily smart. But now our population is like 20 million instead of 330 million. COVID could never dream of getting numbers like a countrywide fire, which I advocate for.
By the way, if you wanted somebody to grab your nuts while you're doing videos, you could have asked. You waited.
You don't have that long of arms.
Well, you waited till you moved. It's kind of rude.
Yeah, well, I always had your cat batting at my nuts, so it was fine. It worked out.
What a piece of shit that species is. DC.
Yep.
You ready for an apology?
Oh, God. This is the thing I wanted to hear the most. I hope it's not sincere.
Oh,
That's
it's
all I hope.
Super sincere. But there will be some pause points, I imagine. I unmute it very professionally. There you go.
If you're watching because you love me, thank you. If you're watching because you don't love me, welcome.
I'm the first one. For the record.
That's funny. How
was everybody's summer? Good? Yeah? Mine was great. Super terrific. I'm so happy to be back in the studio. There are a lot of things I want to talk about. I've been looking forward to addressing it all directly, and unfortunately, talking directly to people has been illegal for 6 months, so I have a virtual audience here instead. Here you all are.
Find the guy. Oh, there he is.
Beautiful.
Okay, I found him. That's a game I like to play in Ellen's audiences.
Oh, where's the
guy? Old twisteroo. The old switcheroo on the BYU game I like to play. Find the black guy. In Ellen audiences, find the guy.
We got this guy up here.
Oh, you got one. You got one. Okay, keep going.
No more in that shot.
No. It's until you get to the black guy over here.
Let's see. Oh yeah,
there he is. Yep, there he is. You found him. You found the guy in the Ellen audience. Congratulations.
By the way, oddly enough, that first guy, the white guy, was actually at all BYU games. Just oddly enough, BYU.
I think that's true. I think that's probably true.
You look beautiful, and I'm sure you smell great. That's what I'm imagining anyway.
What part do you think she's imagining?
The parts. The parts that
All right,
Jonathan Yaniv
let's
wishes
get
he
to
had.
it.
Or the
She's
butthole,
missing
as Mike B says.
She's
Maybe the
imagining-
butthole.
She's imagining smelling Jonathan's underarm vagina. That's the look.
Yeah. Smells like all dressed Lay's chips. That's great.
This summer,
You
there were
Canadian
allegations
listeners.
of
And by the way, we still have, after the Maddox episode, because Maddox blew us worldwide. Maddox got us into like Malaysia, France, Spain, England, Australia had like 10 listeners from Australia. UK had like 20 listeners. It was fucking nuts. Maddox, the hate for Maddox is real. And I suggest you follow him to his doom. Like I said, biggest problem in the universe. Best podcast besides this one that's ever existed. I highly recommend it. We still kept Canadian listeners through Jonathan Yaniv. Being the Canadian that he is, this is going to be the biggest new show in Canada, I have a feeling.
I would have guessed Ellen was Canadian until she was a dick.
Yeah. No, it turns out she's from like Michigan. Probably.
All right.
I'm sure the chat can fill us in on that. They're very quick for some reason.
Yeah. By the way,
At all the things we're wrong at.
yeah, there's a lot of corrections going on in the chat, which is probably justified.
Yeah.
There was an
You're only making us
investigation.
better, so we
I
appreciate
learned
it.
that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show. This is the Ellen DeGeneres Show. I am Ellen DeGeneres. My name is there. My name is there.
Where else is her name? The
Tattooed on,
hardware store
Porsche's-
membership list.
Tattooed on Porsche's labia.
My name is on underwear. We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
Those necessary changes happen to include firing everybody who complained.
Yes.
Getting in a whole new array of people who can fucking take a joke, because that's how the interviews were staged, because you're in charge of that. At the end of the day, who you hire, as long as you gotta sneak a little minorities in here and there. You gotta sneak them in, and then you're covered.
This
As long as they can take a joke, you're good to go.
Unfortunate pause point for that. By the way.
No, he's good. He can take a joke. To last
he-
this long in Ellen DeGeneres' world, you got to be able to take a joke. She probably walked right by him and was like, "Hey, what's up, Blackie?" and like slapped his dick around a little bit, according to all the stories of her character. That's probably what she did. And he probably was just like, "Hey, what's up, Ellen?" Blah, 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 blah. Did it right back to her and her dick or whatever she's got rocking. And they moved on and they were friends and everything went well.
There were also articles in the press and on social media that said that I am not who I appear to be on TV because I became known as the Be Kind lady. And here's how that happened. I started saying be kind to one another after a young
Hold
man
on,
named...
push pause. Push pause. That's the most roundabout way of saying I've been like portrayed as a bitch ever. By saying like, people have said that I'm not who I am on the show because I came to be known on the show as a good person.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, go on.
his own life after being bullied for being gay. I thought the world needed more kindness, and it was a reminder that we all needed that. And I think we need it more than ever right now.
Vote
Being
Biden.
known as the Be Kind lady is a tricky position.
Oh, by the way, just as an aside, I can't get enough of liberal grassroots campaigns. They're like, I
What do
see
you
at least
mean?
once a day on Twitter, like, I'm voting for Biden in the fall to restore American democracy. Pass it on. Like,
Restore it to when exactly? Okay, let's roll back that tape. The Electoral College, I don't know when that was established, but let's start there and go back from there. Whenever the Electoral College was established, democracy was done because we've already seen popular votes not go that way. Thank God. We would have had Clinton. We would have had Gore, who would have responded to 9/11 with an apology letter to Osama bin Laden. And,
I'm so sorry your guys died in those attacks. It's terrible.
So Electoral College took democracy out of the scene. Then before that, you had voting violations where it's like, well, yeah, we're kind of just going to block you off because you're black. We're not going to let you vote. That happened. Like, it's terrible that it did happen, and, but it did happen. That happened. Women couldn't vote at all. Then rewind it back. Black people couldn't vote at all. And then you got 1776. So democracy started when the only people that could vote were deed-holding landowners in the United States. Don't get me wrong, we should go back to that. But that's what democracy was in America then. And for those saying, oh, we should get democracy back, explain to me when America ever had democracy, and then I will understand why you're voting for Biden. Because there's a lot of things that become clear that way.
October 2016, DC. October 2016. That's when we had democracy.
It's going to be the craziest. It's going to be the craziest month ever. Our gentlemen are just going to reveal themselves to us because Democrats are going to throw Republicans under the bus with their shit they did and oh, sweet, jump on that guy. And then Republicans are going to throw Democrats under the bus oh, sweet, that guy's a pedophile. Knew it, of course. I can't wait. October's going to be great.
It's going to be a blast. It's going to be an absolute blast.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ellen.
Yes, sir.
So let me give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind Lady. The truth is, I am that person that you see on TV. I am also a lot of other things. Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that. I am a work in progress, and I'm especially working on the impatience thing and it's not going well because it's not happening fast enough. I will tell you that. Listen, I don't know. I'm a talk show host, and you know that, but maybe some of you know that, I was an actress. I've played a straight woman in movies, so I'm a pretty good actress. But I don't think that I'm that good that...
Are you enjoying it so far, DC? The apology?
Yeah, pause. I'm going to let you know a little secret. All women are bisexual, so it's a spectrum. Like autism is a spectrum of intelligence across the male platform. Sexuality is a spectrum for women along that, because every single girl, it doesn't matter who it is, you know this girl, they will point out other girls and be like, oh God, what I would do to her. Never in my life have I ever said that about a single man. Never. I've never entertained the thought oh, what I would do to the fucking Ryan Reynolds. That's terrific what he's doing over there with his penis. I would get right up in that. Never, not once. But every girl you know, you'd be like, oh, hey, who's the hottest girl you have, who's your wish list? The hottest girl you could ever think of. And would you hook up with her? Oh, yeah, they've already thought past the hooking up with. That's just assumed. And then they just go into all these things that they love about this other chick. It's universal, and I think it's genetic, to be honest with you. Because you think about it, if you're ancient day man, right, and you've got all the power, because what it comes down to in those days is who could kill who with their bare hands. It was just the men had the power. They established it, and we've never given it up. Go men. Me Too movement is really taking a toll on that, but this is a bonus episode where we're celebrating periods and bad political takes. So we'll lay off on what's wrong with women, because this is great, and I love everything that Ellen is doing here. But come on, ladies, stay in your lane. We know you're all gay. We know that. Playing a straight person as an actress is not that much of a stretch.
The amount of rolling pins ruined during Black Swan reviewings. It's just staggering.
Staggering.
Every day for 17 years and fool you. This is me. And my intention is to always be the best person I can be. And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that. If that's ever the case.
A bunch of guys in college, I bet. Probably let them down.
She's gay! Oh, man.
I've let myself down and I've hurt myself as well because I always try to grow as a person. I look at everything that comes into my life as an opportunity to learn. I got into this business to make people laugh and feel good. That's my favorite thing to do. That and Jenga. I love that game. And now I am a boss of 270 people. 270 people who help make this show what it is. 270 people who...
And I hate them all. And they all hate me. And 270 people in the grand scheme of things with the fanhood that she has and the fan base size that she has, 270 people can go fuck themselves as far as every single person that watches this show religiously. Like my youngest sister, she loves the show. She has a fucking Ellen hat. Like an Ellen trucker hat that she has and wears non-ironically. She loves this fucking show. And she doesn't care that Ellen is mean to people. Obviously, the fucking higher-ups don't care because this is the first episode of a new season that they just green-lighted. Don't care. Not getting Roseanne barred. So at least she knows her place.
That's perfect. DC, can we take a pause? I'm going to take a pee break, and then it is your nomination time. DC, honorary time for you.
Casey, if you will pull up video clip number 1, I have designated this "A Lady Never Discusses Politics."
Okay, video number 1. You hearing that?
Yeah, I'm hearing that.
Is it coming through Discord? Is it good?
Okay,
yeah, it is.
It's coming through,
sorry.
but it keeps pausing.
My headphone was being weird.
All right, start it over. Can you start it over?
Sorry about that, everybody. My
You're
headphone wasn't
you're
working.
good.
All right, we'll start it back from the top.
Holy fucking shit, you guys! I'm driving your car, but I just got a notification that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died! What? Could this year get any fucking worse? Ruth, you just had to make it to 2021!
Casey, a lady never discusses politics or screams it into the void. She was hit hard by Ruth Bader Ginsburg's untimely demise. She was only 87 and had pancreatic cancer. But you couldn't wait. All you had to do was put up with pancreatic cancer until 2021. Is that too much to ask? No, you know what she should have done? Not lived until 2021. She should have fucking retired in 2014 when Obama was still well within his ability to rename a justice. But the hubris on this fucking woman knows no bounds. And now she wants to say, oh, this statement was given in her death that nobody be assigned until a new president. Knowing full well there might not be a new president for 4 years. So now you fucking fuck that up, you idiot. All right, Casey, number 2. A lady always shows those Trump idiots what's what. This is a great one. This is a Trump rally that she's flipping off. And rear ends the person in front of her. To the cheers of all the Trump rallymen. And wouldn't you know it, Casey, there was already a cop right behind her, ready to just walk right up on her window.
Oh, man. Dude, I wish so badly This camera person knew what the fuck they were doing. If you see someone driving like this and you have a camera in your hand, get that fucking thing.
Pan out.
Get the front of the car.
Pan out. Yep.
Oh, brutal that they didn't get the front of the car on that.
So obviously the Trump fans cheer and everybody's happy.
Naturally, as they should have. I would have cheered too. I'm not a Trump fan, but I would have cheered too.
Casey, honorary lady number 3. I've named this one, a lady always obeys the 8th commandment.
Do you want to tell us what the 8th commandment is first or no?
Yeah, they can Google it and they can figure it out from the video.
Okay. Let's see.
Here we have a nun who is waiting. Oh, Lady Mary Larceny over here. Sister Mary Larceny sticking cell phones and things in her purse and then just sitting down waiting for help as if nothing had happened.
Nice work.
Very smooth. Just happened not to see the camera posted right directly at her, but whatever. Otherwise, well done.
It was a good effort.
Well done, sister. Yeah.
Oh, now what the fuck is this?
KC, a lady always maintains good nasal hygiene.
Okay, so just for everybody else's frame of reference as to what I was reacting to.
Oh, God.
What are they pulling out? What are they doing?
Fuck. It's a leech.
Oh, God damn it, dude.
It's a leech.
What the fuck? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that was sucking on her
Christ.
brain. That was sucking on her brain, Casey. All right, Casey, number 5. A lady always pays her respects. She kissed a corpse, I'm pretty
took
sure.
me a long
I don't
time
know
to
what
figure
is
out-
worse.
It took way too long for me to figure out what she was dancing on.
That's a saran wrapped corpse coffin. And she keeps kissing the guy.
I'm putting this in my will.
Yeah, must do. Casey, number 6.
She's a delight. All right.
Number 6, a lady. Did I miss? I must have missed one. Did
Well,
I not upload that one? That's funny. That doesn't matter.
Well,
Number 6,
You got this one right now.
a lady. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, a lady never needs no man.
Lady never needs no man. Okay.
There we go. Keep your eye on the top left of the screen here. There we go. Oh, God. That's a baby
Yeah.
in a walker that has just, with the mom trailing 10 seconds behind.
How did that happen?
If that dude on the motorcycle had not stopped, play it again.
Yeah.
If that dude on the motorcycle had not stopped immediately and jumped off to grab that kid, it would have been careening down a fucking cliff street. Look how steep that goddamn road is. Grabs it, saves the kid, and the mom is fucking 10 seconds behind.
Just
Way to go, lady.
Just late to the fucking party.
Your kid almost just died of SIDS. Yeah, your kid almost just died of SIDS. Congratulations. All right, number 7. A lady always makes a grand exit. Casey, this was my favorite fucking video that maybe I've ever seen in my life. These are a group of crackhead hoes who are fighting amongst each other because the one here prominently on the left that looks like not a single spandex piece of clothing would fit her. She does so much crack. She comes knocking at somebody's house that she's not invited at, and this is their way of getting rid of her.
Get in the shopping cart. You shouldn't start shit with people.
Her legs.
Oh, you sure came to my house the other day. Down the hill, quickly. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!
there couldn't have been a car. Oh, it was so close.
Yep. The car almost hit her. She goes veering off to the left and presumably flips and gets very hurt. And the camera abruptly stops, like a lady would.
As a lady should. All right, DC.
Casey, those are all my honorary ladies of the week. They couldn't quite make the cut. Do you have any honorary ladies of the week? Or ladies of the night, excuse me?
No, but I do have an honorary gentleman for tonight, DC. Just a quick one.
I feel underdressed. You're bringing a gentleman, and I've worn a hoodie and a hat. I don't have a tie on and a nice button-down shirt like I would if you were bringing in a gentleman. I feel very underdressed.
Well, that's okay.
Should
I think
should I go change?
Somehow, no, I think it's okay. I think we'll survive.
Okay.
I think it'll be all right. Let's see if it wants to open. Let's see. Come on for me.
I apologize. My deepest apologies to whoever this gentleman is going to be that I don't have a tie on right now. I feel I've let you down.
Are you embarrassed?
I thought these were just going to be women. Yeah, I thought these were just going to be women. I thought, throw on a sweatshirt, throw on a hat.
All right, so DC, why don't you full screen for me? We have the first video that doesn't want to be nice. Let's see, full screen. There we go. All right, so DC, this was Ohio.
Okay.
And here we have a gentleman escaping from custody in the courthouse.
There you go.
Now
that hits my libertarian tendencies.
Now, he is quite the gentleman just with his speed and his footwork. But we're going to highlight a true hero and a true gentleman, which is one of the officers in pursuit throughout the courthouse. So,
okay.
Let's get into this, DC. The first view you'll have here is full speed.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah. I knew right away. Guy. Oh shit! What a sellout for a loss! Oh man!
So
that was.
Let's take a look at this guy right here. As he goes full action movie, I am about to tackle this man to the ground.
Yep.
Like
down the stairs. I'm going to tackle this guy down the flight of stairs, and I'm going to jump over the banister like fucking Superman. I'm going to land on top of him, and I'm going to fucking tackle him, ride him like a sled right down the stairs, like a toboggan. But no. He undershoots it, gets the tail of his shirt, and a head full of wall. The clunk, head into the wall, broken shoulder, broken back, impedes the following officers that want to chase this man.
Slides down the stairs.
Just this dead old guy in the fucking stairwell. These are the worst bailiffs ever.
Oh, they're really bad. I like these two at the end. We go back to full speed here in a second. These two guys at the end, they're not in a hurry. These two guys are they're chilling.
No.
Let's see. Come on.
And the first guy was in way too much of a hurry. Because if he had just followed the guy, I mean, he still has to put his keys in the car. He still has to, oh, shit. Go. Just goes down the stairs backwards, regretting his life decisions up to this point.
So there's
that's a great gentleman.
True gentleman right there, DC.
I assume he got caught in the lobby?
No, he got out. According to the Post.
Oh, really?
According to the Post, he got out.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right. All right, Casey. For my lady of the night, I couldn't do this bonus episode justice if I didn't pay tribute to the bonus episodes we used to do on the prior podcast, which shall not be named. Google it. You'll find it.
Or Google it and you won't find it.
We're going to... What's that?
Or Google it and you won't find it, maybe. That's also possible.
Yeah, who cares? So, we used to bring in Gentleman of the Week on the old podcast via YouTube highlights from a TLC show called My Strange Addiction. It never has ever let us down. And when Kiwi Farms shut down unexpectedly right in the middle of my research for my Lady of the Night, which maybe I will bring in next month. I had to go to the well, and I was not disappointed. Casey, like any good Lady of the Night, I have no idea what her name is. No idea. No clue. I don't know who this person is. All I know is that her story is crazy, and I watched the first minute, and that was all I needed to know. Go ahead and roll tape.
Volume a bit low.
Uh-oh. Yep.
It's okay. We have technology.
And I'm addicted to drinking my urine.
Oh, okay.
There
Sorry
we go.
for the...
Right into
My
it.
name is Carrie. I'm 53 years old. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
Can we start that over? Can we start that over just for the full effect? Okay.
It was going.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, we'll start it over again one more
My
time.
name is Carrie. I'm 53 years old.
Carrie.
I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I'm addicted to drinking my urine.
Who isn't?
I drink it like I'm in a beer drinking contest. It's easier to drink than water.
For the past 4 years, Carrie has been drinking nearly all of her urine. It started as just one glass in the morning.
So she's like a fountain.
She's like a pool that just gets her own water pumped back into her after it's been cleaned by her urinary tract, which you can tell by that glass is very murky by now.
It looks like beer.
More like a Thai hot tub. Yep. That's correct. After it washes all the spices and things that they smell like off of them. For whatever reason. I don't know why that is, but they do.
Oh, that's so bad. All right, let's keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Up to 5 glasses every day.
I like warm pee. It's comforting.
That needs to be clipped more than anything else. I like warm pee. Needs to be.
Every fucking time with this strange addiction shit, dude. It's always worse.
It's always.
How is there a worse thing than a lady eating 60 rolls of toilet paper a month or whatever the fuck she was doing?
The woman eating her own husband's ashes.
That's right. I forgot about the ashes lady.
Oh my god. I'm bringing her back in. We have to bring her back in. Oh, there's no question. We have to bring her back in.
Carrie drinks about 2.3 liters of her urine every day.
Mike B doesn't even drink 5 glasses of water per day. Yeah, me either, dude.
It's because of all the urine he drinks.
Guilty. Nailed it. Busted. Alright. Oh,
The first time.
What a shit unit of measurement that was. That's more than
Liters?
3,400 liters since she began.
Yeah, give it to me in Olympic pools.
Yeah,
that's
what I was
want to
say.
know.
Give it to me in pool size. That's exactly right. Oh, that's exactly right. That's perfect.
Urine. I didn't throw up. And it wasn't horrible. So I thought, you know what? I can do this. My urine does smell, depending on what I eat.
Look at her face.
I don't want to. Oh, she's just a special kind of gross.
She sniffed her urine like it was fine wine. Like she was like, this is a 2 p.m.
Yeah, dude, she sniffed her urine like it was a candle and she couldn't figure out what the smell was.
Yeah. She's like, I know there's cinnamon. I know that there's a little bit of paprika.
Now, what is honey in my coffee? Of course. That's what it was.
Of
course. Oh, boy. Well.
Different than it did 4 years ago. Sometimes it's salty. Sometimes tastes like plum champagne.
Oh, she swishes it.
Maybe a little lemony.
So she's I am so I need to know if she's single.
Why?
Because, dude, every single time we watch one of these fucking absolute psychopaths
they all have
with
wives.
someone.
Yeah.
Except for Stanley.
But he's searching. You can't blame him for not trying. He's on the lookout. Like Balloon Guy, he had a wife that just
Stanley's
put up
another
with
true
it.
fucking gentleman.
Oh God, should we got to bring back a lot of people that we had in the old podcast as gentlemen now that this is rolling.
Stanley's amazing.
Oh
right,
man, all right.
There's different things going through your body. There's certain things I don't like to eat anymore because they don't taste good.
Asparagus, garlic.
I love.
She said recycled. They don't taste good recycled.
Oh, it's like, oh yeah, they say pineapple is really good for your secretions. Tastes really great, but let me tell you, after the 5th time recycled without adding some new pineapple to it, it really starts to turn. It really starts to be unpleasant.
I never thought the pineapple tasted any different, to be honest.
I never tried it. I always said that I would try it, but, whatever. I didn't need that trick up my sleeve, I guess.
It was never on purpose. It was just I kind of got into like a certain angle, just kind of shot in a certain direction every time. Pineapple's not helping.
God. Fuck. God. Oh, you got me on that one.
Things going through your body. There's certain things I don't like to eat anymore because they don't taste good recycled. I love asparagus. I won't eat it anymore. Makes the urine taste really bad.
Urine is your body's waste. It's what your body has decided.
That's her daughter talking.
Thank
You're
you.
her body's waste.
Oh, fuck. I love that obvious thing, like, urine is your body's waste. Yeah, we know that. That's why this is interesting to us, because we know that. Our pee does not come anywhere near going back through the system again. The closest piss has ever come to like going back through my system is if I like accidentally get a drop of piss on my hands and I don't wash it, and then I go and eat something. That's it. And that's like the furthest. Shit, these people are idiots. Idiots.
Urine is your body's waste. We know that. Your mother doesn't, and we're wondering why you haven't convinced her, and that's why we're here.
Yes.
Because the only reason we're here is because your mother's the problem.
And you have not convinced her that, and you're aware of this. So obviously, you know your mom just, whatever. Do you think she has like a colostomy bag?
No, dude, she's... Yeah, the gathering process.
Or not colostomy, but that's up the asshole, but...
She doesn't have a... She's got a shitting toilet, and then she's got a pissing toilet that actually doesn't even have piping.
It just diverts into a champagne glass.
It's just
swirls
towels
it
with
around.
a funnel at the bottom.
Good lord. Good lord.
Through and get rid of. So it doesn't seem healthy to me to put that back into your body.
But Carrie doesn't drink urine just because
That's
she
good.
loves the taste.
Hey, public school systems have not failed the daughter 100%.
Her addiction began 2 years after being diagnosed with cancer.
I was diagnosed with malignant melanoma.
Well, I'm like 2.5 years since mine on my arm, so I should start drinking piss immediately.
Immediately. Start getting a cooler. Start getting a cooler so you can keep it on ice. You have a nice chilled cup of piss.
Mike B said catheter. What if they do a catheter, but it's like a beer helmet and it literally wraps all the way around?
Yeah, so you're sucking it out of your own bladder. You're like... Oh, I feel like I have to piss. Hold on, let me grab my little straw. Here we go. Now I don't.
Have you ever been thirsty but had to pee at the same time? Well, boy, do I have an idea for you.
Yeah, straight from the tap. Gross. Oh my
Age
God.
3, and they took out 16 of my lymph nodes, found cancer in 3 of them under this arm. And they told me with the chemo I'd have a year to live.
Carrie decided against
You have
chemo.
a year to live, and also you might gain a taste for piss. That was
You
the
have 1 year.
diagnosis.
You have 1 year to live, but if you live double that, you're gonna drink your own pee for the rest of your life.
So it's up to you. Just let me die of it. It's fine. Don't. I have to drink my own piss. How much piss? Well, who knows? However much piss you can get going in a day. I'll drink all my piss. Well, almost all. You can never account for all of it, but let's say 99.9%. Oh yeah, then let me die. I just want to die right now. Don't let me drink my piss. Don't let that be my fate.
I'm with you. I think everybody is. I don't think that's an abnormal thought process.
Oh God.
Therapy, an ancient and long discounted practice to maintain health. 4 years later, she still uses it to fight her disease. She has never consulted a physician about her unorthodox treatment.
That would be like
Consulted a physician.
like every morning I get out of bed and just take a fucking hammer and start beating my recently repaired knee, and it's like, Casey has not consulted his surgeon on whether or not this practice is helping. Like, well, he probably is avoiding that question because he knows he's just like drinking pee is all it is.
The wording. The wording of that.
Oh, she is fucking special.
She's never consulted her doctor about drinking her own piss.
Found other ways to consume urine besides drinking.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, this
She has
part's
never
not good.
consulted a
Good.
physician about her unorthodox treatment. Carrie has also
Here you go,
Here you
DC.
go,
This
DC.
is the shot right here.
found
here.
other ways to consume urine besides drinking.
I use urine for toothpaste. I think it's brightening my teeth from the inside out.
Do ya?
Mary has not consulted her dentist on the merits of piss toothpaste.
I use it for sunscreen. Mary has not consulted her dermatologist as to whether or not.
I use it for lubricant. Mary has not consulted her husband about using piss as lubricant.
Oh,
I can't with this
husband.
lady.
No way.
Oh,
No way.
God damn.
No shot. There's a guy in this house. No way.
No way.
Under my eyes, in my ears, behind my ears, through my
Actually,
hair.
I've heard of
adding
that,
it
like
to your
dabbing
bathroom.
piss and like putting it behind your ears and stuff. That's actually a good idea. That's not a bad idea. That's a good idea because there's
I'll be right
pheromones in there. You know, just
Really
drinking
good
it.
for
That
your
seems
skin.
like a waste.
Aged urine is real good for
Aged urine.
lotion
hands down.
replacement. You put it in your skin and it completely changes the texture, moisture. This is my eye cup. And I fill it up with urine and then hold it over my eye with my eye open. Amazing. It burns. This is a neti pot. I use it for nasal drinking. It's kind of tricky. You gotta
Nasal
do it just
drinking.
right and breathe at the same time while you're just putting a little teeny bit in there and swallowing
I
it.
mean, we're getting trolled, right? This isn't real.
She puts it over her eyes. Can't. Dude, I can't. It's too ridiculous. It's too ridiculous.
Dude, if it's working on the cancer, that's one thing, sure, but it's not working on the
Man.
skin. Stop doing it on the skin. It's not doing anything for you. Look around her eyes. I don't think the treatment's doing anything over here.
No, unless she's like 80 years old, this is not selling me. You're right.
Mike V couldn't type for a minute straight because his thumbs were frozen in place. He's just sitting there looking at this. Oh, this shit's hilarious. Well, it's one word.
Oh God! All right, what's next?
When
I
you're
can't believe I have to watch
nasal
this whole thing
drinking,
through.
the
I
pain
knew it was
is
gonna be good.
different than
She's nasal drinking. She's not even like flushing like I don't even know. You can't like nose gargle, but she's fucking pouring it down the back of her fucking nasal cavity.
I mean, considering where it came out of, it's probably like not a concern for her anymore.
No.
Like came out of my gooch, so unless I'm sucking it up back up my butthole, I guess I could just pour it in every orifice and it's fine. She already thinks it's like easier than drinking water.
Yeah, that's a bad start.
experienced.
Yeah.
Her daughters worry their mom's addiction is killing her, especially after finding a suspicious mole on her back.
My concerns are whether or not the urine is...
My mom drinks piss. So that's bad, but there's a mole on her back now. We think it's related.
I think my cousin smoking is killing him. And I know that because he got hit by a bus yesterday.
Oh my God. These fucking idiots. Oh man.
She rolls.
That's too funny. I'm dying.
cancer to really think that this is the best thing for her to be doing to help her health get better. I don't know. I'm just scared. I want my mom here.
Like
Today
maybe
they
eat
want
a
to
carrot. Do anything else. Do anything else but drink your own piss for your health. I remember, I don't know why I remember this, but maybe it was like in the survivalist merit badge class. I remember them saying like a human being can only recycle their own piss without adding anything else like 7 times before they would start dehydrating. Like you can drink your own piss in an emergency situation, but if you do it like 7 times in a row and that's all you drink, then that's like the limit. Then eventually there's no more hydration going on. So yeah, not a good health choice if you're just recycling your piss all the time, you idiot.
Forever.
Oh my God.
She drinks something that she really liked, like at that point. She was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with that. I'm just gonna keep running that back forever now.
I'm just gonna make piss cocktails. Just a little bit of Tito's and piss. Dude, now there are 4 girls hugging each other that all look basically kind of similar. At least the 2 there do, and the one hugging right here looks to be pretty much sister-like, right? These are my favorite. Yeah, daughter son, at least twice. These are my favorite parts of the show because they get like the family members' feedback, and I hope they bring her in too because the interventions on these crazy addictions are so funny because the family is just like they say the most obvious shit on earth, like we don't think you should be drinking your piss anymore. And then the family member's like, what? It's the best. It's so much better than the drug one. Because like drinking her piss like probably really isn't hurting them. It's not like she's like stealing 20s out of their wallet to go drink her piss. Like it's an addiction that kind of is like, you provide it yourself. It's fine. So the hurt that they're dealing with is just being embarrassed. So I don't respect their plea as much as I do someone else's. But I can't wait to see if this is actually going to be like an intervention type of situation.
The doctor before it's too late.
We want to make sure that you're doing the right things, that that we're all taking the right steps, and that we're helping you and supporting you taking those right steps, not taking wrong steps.
Or supporting me doing something that's hurting me. Right. That makes sense to me.
She's really number one in my.
This one?
I apologize to everyone for that joke. Should probably just leave. Should probably just get off the show at this point.
Get out of here.
Well, so you would feel better if I saw a doctor. And the kids
It would make us all feel a lot better. Like, take a huge weight off of our shoulders.
Oh, I love you.
All but one. All but one looks malnourished. I think we know the one. The the fucking O lineman on the right giving her mom knuckles after this intervention.
Oh man, she was very
the best. I love that daughter's wording. Like, we just want to make sure you're taking the best steps and not some bad steps. It's like, just out with it. Out with it. Your mom knows that she drinks piss. The title of this TLC episode is called My Strange Addiction, I Drink My Piss. Okay? Like, she knows that everybody knows at this point.
We're hoping you can take the right steps, like talk to professionals and seek help, and not the wrong steps, like out of the bathroom with your piss in a jar again. Because
like, just leave it in the toilet, Mom. The right step is just to piss directly into the toilet. But it's so hard. It just dilutes it. If I pee into the toilet, it becomes watered down. Yeah, Mom. Then flush it, you fucking psycho. What are you doing?
It's very wasteful, DC.
I'll go. Go to the doctor.
Go. Okay. She'll go to a doctor. All right.
Imagine she goes in to hug all three, and her mouth is here, and all of them just hug away. Like,
yeah, like, oh, your breath, Mom. Your mom. Come on, Mom. That smells like 4-day-old cauliflower. What are you doing? Get out of our faces right now.
I had all that thought.
I want her to go to a doctor, and the doctor be like, "Oh yeah, pee is completely sterile. You can drink your pee as long as you want."
You got to go now. I'll have one with you before you go. It sounds good.
I want cheers, baby. Ooh, what were you eating? Eating some red mashed potatoes. It's good stuff.
I'm willing to see a doctor and look objectively at this urine therapy and seeing if it's hurting me, and that would help my daughters.
At this urine,
when the doctor
called it urine therapy. Did you hear that?
Certainly did.
She goes, look at this urine therapy and see if it's hurting me. That's a good way to. Hey, I'm just partaking in my nightly alcohol therapy. I just have to drink this whole cup of beer.
Ironically enough,
it's part of my alcohol therapy.
Ironically enough, that's when we'll know she's reached a proper point, is when someone can look at her and say, "You're in therapy." Like, that's the only time that everything's gonna be fine.
Oh God, dude.
Objectively at this urine therapy and seeing if it's hurting me, and that would help my daughters.
When the doctor examines the mole on Carrie's back, she's immediately alarmed.
So this is irregular in shape. It would strike me as suspicious right away. When melanoma does recur, it tends to recur at a more aggressive phase, and if it's not caught early, it could kill you.
What is it you would suggest?
In terms
At Leave it alone. Go drink your pee. Have a good night.
Suggest stop drinking your piss. Are you drinking only piss? Yes. Well, that's a common side effect of having melanoma, is that you just acquire a taste for piss. Knock it off, and your cancer will go away.
Do you drink your own piss, Danny? Every day? Good.
Good. Well, what's the problem then? Come on, Danny. This isn't Soviet Russia. Are we in Russia? This isn't Russia.
I would recommend taking a little hiatus for a while, and I suggest a biopsy of that spot on your back.
I'm very averse to knives.
Goddamn female doctors. You went to med school. You went to med school for at least 7 years, had your residency. You had to have like top grades, including English. And you're about to say, I want you to take a hiatus for a while? That's redundant as fuck, you stupid bitch. What are you fucking talking about? You're a doctor? Get the hell out of here. That's it. I can't do it.
Place inside.
Can't do it, Casey.
If we cut it from out here, it signals that inside
out here.
go bananas.
If we cut it from out here.
Have you?
What did she just say?
I think she's talking about cutting off her melanoma
for a while?
mark that's now on her back.
Yeah, but she...
But the doctor doesn't know what she's talking about either.
No, I know. I gotta hear that again.
Yeah, do it over again.
I'm very adverse to knives. This has grown from a very sick place inside. If we cut it from out here, it signals that inside go bananas.
This on it, it will go away. Thank you, chat.
Yeah, that's exactly what she needs to do. That's it. It worked for Moises Alou, didn't it? He rubbed pee on his hands all the time.
She's very knife adverse, Casey. If this woman doesn't live east of the Rocky Mountains, west of the Rocky Mountains, I would be shocked. I don't remember where she's from. Do you?
No, I wish she was oxygen adverse though. That'd be better.
Yeah, that would be better.
Think that traditional medicine could help you with your risk for recurrent cancer?
That's a good question.
The funniest thing about this, Casey, pause real quick. The funniest thing about this to me is that this doctor is trying to have a serious conversation about having cancer with this woman, and the show is trying to talk about her drinking piss. It's like she has active cancer that is causing her issues, and this woman is going into this meeting like, oh, I hope this cancer doctor really doesn't tie my drinking piss into me having cancer. And so far, I don't think that the cancer doctor knows that she drinks piss. I don't think so either. Thinks she has cancer. And they're just in there with the camera like, well, we set up this whole thing like piss drinking was causing all this mess. But turns out the doctor just really wants her to focus on not going out in the sun anymore because she's white.
Oh, Jesus.
If you ever did consent to a biopsy and it came back showing that the cancer has recurred, would you ever consider that the urine therapy had failed and you'd be interested in pursuing something different?
What?
She used it too, DC. She said urine therapy. The doctor, the medical professional.
The doctor just said, if we could get you in to have a biopsy and it came back that it had cancer, would you then consider the fact that maybe your urine therapy has failed you? Why are you beating around this, doctor? You are the person that went to school. You are the person with the credentials. You are the fucking person she went to. You are the person that is the reason why she has this face probably 50% of the time. The one she's making right now. Like, well, I don't know. Maybe I should drink my piss. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's good for me. Maybe I should just rebrand it as urine therapy. Maybe I should go see a psychiatrist. You're the doctor, and you're trying. Just say to her straight up, listen, lady, it's very possible you have cancer. We're going to do a biopsy. We're going to do that, and then we will get you the results back. No matter what they show, this urine therapy that you call it, it's bad for you. Don't do that anymore. Don't drink your piss anymore. As a doctor, as a non-doctor, I feel secure in saying that your health will improve if you stop drinking your goddamn piss. You fucking maniac. What are you doing?
I think it's good for her. She's doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
From everything I've read, if I quit, I'll die.
Well, she's not reading the right stuff. It's a great ending. What an ending. From everything I've read, if I quit, I'll die.
Oh, man.
That'll be it for me.
Hey, one can only hope. This lady who, again, didn't remember her name, and as it should be with all ladies of the night, this fucking piss drinker, whoever the hell she is, let's call her Sally. Sally the piss drinker. She's a lady then. She's a lady now. And I believe she will be a lady always. Oh, man. Do we make a separate voting for the ladies, or do we all just categorize them as the same? As just women? Like, just chalk it up to women.
Just chalk it up to women. She's from Colorado. There's an image of her Twitter on our Discord right now.
Good God. Good God.
She liked a YouTube video recently. I bet it won't be this one.
Probably not.
I would
Casey.
imagine not. Yes, sir.
Our first bonus episode is in the can, so to speak. This was a ton of fun.
That's good.
I got more. Yeah, I got more drunk during this episode than any of the gentleman episodes because that's just not gentlemanly behavior.
That's
when I come
correct.
into the gentleman episode, I make sure that I'm coming in stone sober with maybe 2 beers to just take the edge off. That's it. But with the ladies episode, Jesus Christ, ladies, what you've shown us tonight is that there is no hope for you. There is no redemption. It's possible. But we will see you next month for our ladies of the month, that time of the month in October.
That sounds like it. We don't really need to plug anything because guess what? Only the patrons are here anyway. They already know. They're doing the shit. You guys are the best. We'll be back if you're listening live or listening Friday. We're here 11 p.m. Friday night for episode 5. 2 new gentlemen coming your way. DC, you want to close it?
Ladies, just please stop drinking your piss.
Meeting adjourned.